Man, I haven't done this in a few weeks. I understand. I respect that. I haven't been getting the viewage lately on what I'm the previous streams and stuff. So I took a little break. I've been busy with work, Christmas, holidays, Thanksgiving. I've been really busy, so I'm just getting back into the swing of things a little bit. Well, getting back into the swing of things, and then I'm about to be going right back to the craziness. So I'm just gonna be really busy. I just have work off tomorrow, so I thought I would talk a little about football. A lot going on in the NFL world right now. Pittsburgh is starting to win a few games. We're 5-7 now. I'm really happy about that. Baker Mayfield's now on the Los Angeles Rams, and yeah, it's just overall, it's a lot of shit going on in the NFL. Tua has a bad game against the Niners. Uh, the Ravens lose Lamar Jackson. NFL is action packed right now with the new with news and everything. So I'm just excited to sit down and talk about it. I got my Grogu hoodie on, so of course, normally I wear a jersey, but today we gonna rock it with the Grogu, right? Got the Steelers flag in the background, so you know who I'm repping. I also got the tattoo right here, anyways. Keep it on me. Um, so first, I want to talk about the Pittsburgh game, the Pittsburgh games. What I like, what I don't like, what I like to see improved, what I would like to see fixed. So what I've seen is the common theme of the last three games. The since the Bengals, Colts, and Falcons is we have a stellar first half. Offense looks like it's been its best in 3-4 years. Matt Canada looks like a decent offensive coordinator. First half, the running game is finally coming alive. Kenny Pickett is playing his best ball, and in my opinion, I just like everything I'm seeing. And then the second half comes around, it's back to the same old shit, and it gets really annoying because you want to see KP, you want to see KP make all the right decisions. You want to see Matt Canada make all the play calls. You want to see everything working, but it's a common theme when it happens 3 weeks in a row where the offense just balls out and I don't in the first half of the past three games we may have punted in the first half less less. It's got to be four or less times. I can't give you an exact amount, but I don't think we punted in the first half. No, we did not punt in the first half against Atlanta. We did not. I know that for a fact. We punted twice in the second half. The game against Cincinnati, I don't think we punted in the first half. No, we maybe punted the first drive when we went 3-and-out against Cincinnati. I missed the first 10 minutes of the first quarter. Um, but we I think we may have punted once or twice, and then once or twice against the Colts as well in the first half. I just overall think that the offense is clicking, something is working, but the teams are adjusting to what we're doing. So we have to adjust to the adjustment, if that makes sense, right? So instead of keeping the same game plan, you have to think, what are they going to start doing to our offense now that this is working? Okay, run to the other side. Let's run these set of plays. Let's take a shot deep here instead of running it. We got to just mix it up and change it up. So we just got to figure that out. We got to adjust to the adjustment. So that's and that second half struggles. We have only scored we did not score a touchdown in the second half the past two games, if I'm correct. Um, no, that's incorrect. We scored one touchdown against the Colts, and I believe one touchdown against and only one touchdown against the Meadows. So we scored two touchdowns in the second half of each game, and of all three of the past three games. So that's not great. I mean, our offense has been pretty bad this year, so you can make an argument to whether that's good or bad. But overall, it still needs to get better. Second half, offense needs to be play better. The defense is starting to step up, man. They are starting to make the stops that we need to that are necessary. They didn't win us the game, I would say, but their efforts on the final drives, not letting up a touchdown or a field goal against the Falcons or the Colts, getting that pick, Minka getting that pick, and then Minka and Arthur Millette breaking up, or it was Cam Sutton breaking up that Michael Pittman pass. Overall, man, it was just a overall really great efforts by the defense in the second half in the last drives. So, uh, pressure, man. TJ Watt looks just different. I don't know what it is. He looks different, and it's sad to see. It's sad to see him be so dominant for his first few years in the NFL, and then just this year, and maybe because of injury, he looks just not ready. He just it looks like we brought him back a little too early, possibly, and we're playing him too much. I think that he really needs a week off where he just rests for 4 days, 4 or 5 days in a row. But playing, I mean, I would hate to play do that with Baltimore. It would be a disappointment. I would be disappointed to have to do that again with the Baltimore. Even though Lamar's not playing, we still gonna need. It's still the 8-4 Baltimore Ravens coming to Pittsburgh, and if we haven't beat without Ben Roethlisberger, um, we have. I think the last team, I lost the last Ben Roethlisbergerless team to beat the Ravens was, if I'm trying to remember, we got swept in 2019 with Mason and Duck playing because Juju fumbled the ball in overtime, and then we just got killed the second game because we weren't trying. Like, let's be real, we did not try. Um, I think may have been Charlie Batch. I think that was the last Ben Roethlisberger team to beat the Ravens. I could be incorrect, but that's the last team. Yes, because Michael Vick lost against the Ravens that year in Heinz Field, and we beat him with Ben later in the season. Yeah, man, last Ben Roethlisberger's team to beat the Ravens was Charlie Batch, and that's fucking history ago. Now it's 10 years ago, maybe even over 10 years ago. Um, I can't remember exactly when he played, but yeah, man, it's got to this has got to be the first Ben Roethlisbergerless team to beat Baltimore, and we got Kenny Pickett has to start a good trend with Baltimore because so out of all the divisional opponents we played, we have pretty much dominated Baltimore. I mean Cleveland. We dominated Cincinnati, and KP is now 0-1 against the Bengals, and he hasn't played the Cleveland Browns yet. But we need to get him on a good track with beating divisional opponents because Ben just dominated all of our divisional opponents except for Baltimore. He was pretty even with Baltimore every single year. So we need to get KP on the right track, and we need a team effort to beat these Ravens. They are a good team. They have a great defense. They have Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen. I just almost said Matt Judon. Calais Campbell, who's still fucking enormous. Uh, who else, man? The kid from Notre Dame. Marcus Peters, Marlon Humphreys. They have one of the best defenses in the league right now, and they're playing good football. They almost lost to Denver, and they should have, but they didn't. So got to give them credit where credit is due. So yeah, I think defense really has to be the one that steps up with Baltimore. Offense, I feel like if offense just stays consistent in the first and second half, they'll score over 25 points a game, which has been the struggle this year, only happening once. We've only scored over 25 points once, and that was a loss to Cincinnati. I think if the defense continues to do what we need to do, um, is pretty good. So I will give credit to the defense since the Cincinnati game, giving up um, this the 5 touchdowns that we let up to Cincinnati, 3 of them being to the same dude. No, I think we only let up 4 touchdowns and then the 2 field goals and a 2-point conversion. Um, Letting up 35 points, we've only let up 2 touchdowns, and that's you gotta give the defense major props there. So huge props to the defense for that. Only let up 2 touchdowns in the past 2 games. That's pretty impressive in my books. Would like to see that trend continue where we're only letting up 1, maybe 2 touchdowns a game. So that's it. Not too many people here, but I understand. It's Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. It's late, but yeah, I'm glad you guys get to talk a little bit, to hear me talk a little bit about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's hope we figure things out against Baltimore. I don't have a prediction on what's going to happen. No Lamar Jackson definitely favors us a little bit, But if T.J. Watt stays healthy, then and he starts picking it up, there's no doubt that I think that we can succeed with the season as previously planned in week 1, and then lost